In the smoky heart of 18th century London, a towering figure moved through coffee houses and publishing offices with the gravity of a prophet and the wit of a satirist. Samuel Johnson, born in 1709 in Lichfield, rose from provincial obscurity to become the voice of his era, famously learned, famously poor, and gloriously human. His early years were marked by physical ailments, bouts of melancholy, and a failed attempt at Oxford due to lack of funds. Yet, through force of intellect and sheer perseverance, he became a literary titan whose presence dominated the English letters of his time. Among his many accomplishments, none looms larger than his Dictionary of the English Language, a work that redefined the intellectual ambition of a single man. Commissioned in 1746 by a group of London booksellers who hoped for a definitive English reference, Johnson boldly promised to complete the task in 3 years, though it ultimately took him 9. Without an academy, without a staff of scholars, Johnson laboured nearly alone in a small house on Fleet Street, his only regular assistants a few copyists and a scrappy cat named Hodge. The dictionary, published in 1755, was not the first of its kind, but it was the most comprehensive and the most poetic. Containing over 40,000 entries and laced with literary quotations from Shakespeare to Milton, it was as much a cultural document as a lexical one. Johnson didn't merely define words, he painted their histories, clarified their usages, and skewered their misuses. His definitions could be precise, witty, or scathing. He defined lexicographer as a harmless drudge, a jab at himself that has since become immortal. More than a book of meanings, the dictionary became a monument to English identity at a time when the language was untamed and inconsistent. It standardized spelling, codified usage, and provided a scaffold for later works, including the Oxford English Dictionary. Though later superseded, Johnson's dictionary stood for over a century as the authoritative guide to English, and it remains a cornerstone in the history of linguistic scholarship. Behind the stern prose and scholarly aura was a man riddled with contradictions, deeply moral yet indulgent, intellectually rigorous yet often whimsical. It is perhaps this tension that made Johnson's work so enduring. He gave English not just order but character, and through that dictionary he gave the language a mirror in which it could finally see itself, warts, wisdom, and wit alike.